สวัสดีค่ะ and welcome to Morning Thailand. I'm Wanasorn Kurahong.
And I'm Thananapat Noivien. Good morning on this Thursday, August the 8th, 2013. And of course, yesterday we saw some kind of chaotic scenes in and outside of the parliament.
The D-Day yesterday, exactly. And of course, we will report more on that particular case because you can't miss it obviously, but then we're going to put it on the second half of the show. However, just to start you off for today, if you are a big football fan, and it seems that we have seen a lot of activities in terms of football matches right here in Thailand. Especially we have just got a visit from Liverpool, and of course Manchester United was here as well. So there are several, and yesterday was Barcelona turn, and we of course have to have a match with them, and it was once again at the Rachamankala Stadium, and this is one of the biggest stadiums where we held all of the
sport
soccer,
activities,
exactly, especially for soccer. Now this particular event is actually held by all the that's supported, by Trang, which is one of Thailand's famous beer, really,
and a big supporter of soccer teams abroad, I guess.
Exactly, and like I said, this is not the first time that we have seen several big names coming here in Thailand, including Chelsea. I forgot to mention Chelsea as well. And as you can see, there were a lot of people, and this is for Trang Champion Cup FC Barcelona Asian Tour 2013. Now, of course, Barcelona has came here, and this is kicked off, and as you can see, the crowd was packed. The stadium was packed with all these crowds trying to cheer on. And, it's such a great opportunity. And once again, we enjoy the show. But, I guess not to everyone else's surprises, 7-1, that was quite a beat down for us, really. But don't forget, Barcelona is one of, a great team. And a lot of people were cheering for Messi, one of the best soccer players. I'm not a big, football or soccer fan, so I don't really know much about them. But apparently, Messi is one of the names that popped up a lot, and it seems like he's a superstar. So he was there as well. Now they say that after beating us 7-1 last night, they are on their way to Malaysia, which I think they're departing this morning at about 10 a.m. from Don Mueang Airport. So if you have to be around the area, I will say watch out, because even though they are leaving at 10 a.m., there will be a lot of the fans that would like
to see them off.
Exactly. So if the traffic is a little bit congested at the area, there's a cost for it, because Barcelona is leaving us. But it's a good game indeed. Everybody seems to be very happy with the result.
With the 7-1 results.
Well, the thing is, right? You kind of know anyway. These are like big star. But just to get a chance to see them live in action, that was good enough for a lot of fans.
Right. I believe they have performed at their best at the match yesterday. Moving on to, I've got more updates of the incident where a plane skidded off the runway in Trang Airport yesterday, and it seems that the airport would resume the normal operation yesterday. However, there seems to be some kind of obstacle and causing it to shut down until at least 6 a.m. this morning.
Wow.
Trang Airport Authority said that earlier they tried to use a crane from Hat Yai Airport to lift the plane that was stuck in the ground in the site of the accident. However, they were unable to move it because the 3 tires of the plane had sunk into the ground of the site of the runway there. So they are calling for help from the Thai Airways International to send in some special equipment to the airport to help them move the aircraft. Khun Pati Sarasin, the CEO of Nok Air, said yesterday that the operation was also delayed by the heavy rain. He also talked about the accident on Tuesday, saying that at first the pilot of the Boeing 787-800 was accelerating the speed of the plane for takeoff. However, due to the poor visibility, the heavy downpours at that time, the pilot changed his mind and he tried to lower the speed. However, the plane had skidded off the runway due to the slippery condition of the runway.
Wow. Okay. Well, we didn't think that, it's going to be this much of a trouble because at first, we were kind of very happy to hear that no one was injured in this particular incident, but I guess the fact that you cannot remove it from the runway, that's create a lot more problems.
So the airport was closed yesterday all day and 8 flights were cancelled, 8 flights to and from Trang Airport. คุณสารนนท์ จิโรจน์ มนตรี the municipal chief of Gantang district, who was one of the passengers on board, called on airport authority to improve the conditions of the runway, in particular to extend the runway's conditions and also the length, the spaces. He said that
so
it's
like
too short.
Expand it to wider as well as longer.
There's more rooms for the plane to prepare for takeoff, and also the condition of the airport terminal as well.
Oh, okay. So I guess he doesn't believe that it would not just the weather to be blamed here. So
it's good time.
Improvement is good. Nonetheless. Now, moving on to another.
Some more incident. Yes, Kunkov, yesterday there's a report from the down south as well in Chumphon province. Authorities said that a German man was rescued from the sea after he's been in the open water for more than 9 hours. At first, I believe he's a German tourist, but no, he's a businessman working in Chumphon in the Koh Tao area for almost 10 years now. He's the operator of the tourism business in the area. The German businessman, his name was, let me see, Sasky. He fell overboard from a ferry 7 kilometers off Chumphon province and he was stranded in the water for over 9 hours. Mr. Sasky, for age 47, said he had boarded the ferry from Chumphon province to Koh Tao or Tao Island in Surat Thani. He said he was on the deck of the boat smoking a cigarette at night. It happened at around 1 a.m. on Wednesday. However, the ferry suddenly rocked and causing him to lose his balance and he fell overboard.
Wow.
And no one was there.
9 hours.
This happened at 1 a.m., which is at night.
Yeah, that's and it's dark. Oh my goodness.
And rescue workers alerted police at Pak Nam station about the missing passenger at around 6 hours later. And the Patrol Police and Marine and Coastal Resources Center have dispatched a rescue team to find a missing man. Reports said that he was found floating between Mutra Island and Galok Island. Other reports said that he was rescued by another fishing boat, explaining that he let the waves carry him as he waited for the sun to rise.
Oh, smart.
And when the morning came, he spotted a fishing boat and he waved his shirt to signal for help. And captain of the boat saw him as he was taking the tourists out on a fishing trip there in the morning. And the man was actually exhausted and shaking.
9 hours at sea. That is just insane. Especially Kunfai, there's like a report of a lot of heavy rain lately too in the area. I don't know if he got caught in the rain or not, but I guess he was lucky enough. There must have not been any rain at the time, because obviously otherwise that's going to make it a lot harder. Right. All right. So once again, this is an accident, so I can understand, but be very, very careful. I think putting on life vest would help. But then, I also understand that a lot of ferries right here in Thailand.
9 hours. He might have got a life vest on him.
No, he didn't have a life vest. I've heard that he was lucky enough that he could swim. Let's just put it that way. Imagine if you...
And strong enough.
Exactly. So just a precaution, just to be, prepare for this kind of thing. If you have to get on a ferry, perhaps at least... look for some life vest, or if you're traveling by yourself, inform someone if you're going to go somewhere, because the thing is you never know, and better safe than sorry. This is a very, very lucky case. 9 hours. Now to another interesting news to report you on. If you have pick up the front pages and perhaps going to work today. And a lot of people talk about this particular issue. There's a reason for it. Apparently, there has been on the news for a while now, but it's more or less of a gossip. So we didn't really report about it until today, because apparently today there will be a press release by a local politician and a very, very famous actress, Kun Phai. And you know, if you live in Thailand long enough, you might have heard of her name, Jenny Tianpo-Suwan. Now, of course, she is very famous. She belongs to Channel 3, and she has, you know,
she's a star in Rang Ngao.
Yeah, Rang Ngao, the soap opera, which is like crazy famous. Everybody's like, you gotta hear about this. Now, of course, it made a big news after it has been circling in the social media for a while. Now they say that today, Kun Chonsawat Atsawahem, who is a local politician on the left, and Kun Jenny Tianpo-Suwan, they will come out and provide the press a more, you know, clarification on their relationship, because there has been a lot of rumors that they were together. It would have been all right if it's not the fact that he actually is still married to a famous singer here in Thailand, Kun
Nantida.
Yeah, Nantida Atsawahem, or Nantiba Gawasai, her maiden name, or you know, as a singer, we know her as Nantida Gawasai. Now, of course, it's create a lot of a trouble, especially in social media, like I said, because you know, people follow her on Instagram and such, and of late they have seen this particular hashtag that say MBHGA. So a lot of people were trying to crack the code.
I was one of them.
Yeah. Oh, good.
Yes, wondering
because you know, like when you start putting on hashtag that people didn't really get, and on a lot of your pictures, and you seems to be in love, then a lot of questions has been raised. So they believe that, you know, well, in the newspaper, some said that it could have been my beloved honey, Jenny A or something. A is actually Kun Chonsawat nickname. So, you know, that stands for his name. However, I think it could have been my better half, Jenny A, or something like that. So who knows? But anyway, it started with the hashtag in Instagram.
And the picture in Macau.
Exactly. And the picture, yes, that we have seen earlier, that was Kun Chonsawat and his father and Kun Jenny together in Macau. And they have asked her about this particular case before, and she just say that, you know, no, she didn't go, or that she didn't really know him that well and such. So today, apparently all the press, all the reporter will be at the Atsawahem home, which is of course Kun Chonsawat's house, at about 11 a.m. because they would like to hear more of what they have to say. There's a lot of speculation whether or not this is going to be like, yes, we're together, we're getting married, or are they going to say that, no, we're not together, and you know, you guys just kind of made it up,
bumped into each other.
Exactly. So we're not quite sure which way is going, but a lot of speculation flying around. So I guess we will know a little bit tomorrow, but it is a talk of the town, not only because she's famous, but because the fact that, unfortunately, even though there has been a lot of talk about Kun Chonsawat or Kun A has not, you know, really be in good terms with, there you go, his wife, Kun Nantida. Anymore.
And they have a daughter together.
Yeah, they have a daughter together, and apparently Kun Jenny and his daughter are pretty good friends as well. But that's the thing. I think at this point it became, you know, a big news because technically he is still legally married to Kun Nantida. So it is technically still not, you know, a good relationship to begin with. However, we don't know, you know, behind the scenes, so we probably will have to hear about this, because like I said, it could have been that, you know, they come out and announce that these are all rumors and there's no grounds to it and such. So we
still gotta wait and see before we giving comments.
Exactly. So that's just, you know, a last update for you for this particular for this particular section. We will go for a short break, but of course I have an update on the weather forecast that it seems like another tropical storm is hitting us, and of course Kun Phai will have some southern violence issue to report it on, so please stay tuned.